What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Epictastic Joshua, and we have a movie from Jeymes Samuel, the director of The Harder They Fall, but this time he's tackling on biblical material and putting his own formula into it. Let's get into the Book of Clarence. So the Book of Clarence is written and directed and produced by him, and also co-produced by Jay-Z. This stars LaKeith Stanfield, Omar Sy, RJ Cyler, Anna Diop, David Oyelowo, Teyana Taylor, Alfre Woodard, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Caleb McLaughlin, and so many more. The Book of Clarence tells the story on a struggling down on his luck man named Clarence living in 33 AD Jerusalem, who looks to capitalize on the rise of Jesus Christ by claiming to be a new Messiah sent by God, in an attempt to free himself of death and start a life of new glory for himself. As far as this movie goes, when I first heard about this, at the time, I didn't know what to expect out of this, because Jeymes Samuel, I did see his first movie. I really did enjoy the first movie he did, which was, I really liked The Harder They Fall. I thought The Harder They Fall was great, and it was his first directorial debut. I thought the cast was great, including Jonathan Majors, even though, yeah, I went into this pretty interested to see what this was going to be, because it was it was him putting his own spin on it, and also this was going to be a biblical film, and biblical movies hasn't been around since Exodus, Gods and Kings. And going into this, I did see some of the mixed reactions. This came out the same week as Mean Girls the musical and The Beekeeper, so I went into this with tempered expectations, and coming out of it, I will say this is not The Harder They Fall, but I thought overall this was a really solid movie that I thought did its job very well. Now, obviously, from the mixed reactions, this is a movie that's not going to be for everybody, because it is taking creative liberties with this subject matter. But I would be lying if I said I didn't have fun with some of this. And the thing that does make this interesting to watch is just the way Jeymes Samuel wants to take the story about the Book of Clarence and make it into his own little story. I do appreciate the fact that he actually wanted to go that route and actually make it interesting in his own taste. And the way he comes forward, I do like that this movie is incredibly well made. It is a $45 million budget. It looks great. There's not a lot of CGI. There's real locations on there. It looks visually stunning. It looks really well done as far as the budget goes. You have Rob Hardy doing the cinematography here. It's very well done cinematography here. And I definitely did enjoy the way he was playing on the narrative of this, while also wanting to make it a little bit of a comedy drama to make it more interesting. So I definitely do appreciate that side of this movie, and that's why I really think that the movie does shine in terms of that. It does shine well into that. In terms of the rest of the technical aspects, you have some great costume design in the movie, and you have great production design in here. It looks great from a visual standpoint, and I do like the little satire they take on this, and they do make it decent enough, and it does have some heart, and it does have its purpose into it. So if you're looking for that, you're definitely gonna get that because of it. And I definitely quite like some of the emotional, dramatic moments here that they do try to give off here. I do like that in terms of what is going on for it, and I definitely like that side of things here. And there is a lot of moments in this movie that made me laugh for the most part, because this is a comedy drama. So I did enjoy some of what they were going for in terms of it. I didn't take it too seriously because this is a movie, while it is looking like a movie about Jesus and the Bible, I appreciate the fact that it wanted to be a little bit more comedic. Now, some Christians and some biblical people are going to take issue with that, so definitely I understand that point of view. I have seen both sides of the spectrum in terms of the reviews, and I also think that, once again, does a pretty good job in terms of what he could play with in terms of direction. And I did like the soundtrack in this. The soundtrack, for the most part, is still competently handled and is still competently entertaining to listen to. So I definitely don't mind a lot of the competency there. And I will say the performances in this movie are good as well. LaKeith Stanfield, who I think is so fucking underrated as an actor, Academy Award nominee for Judas and the Black Messiah. He's fantastic in Short Term 12. He's great in this as Clarence. I do think he deserves a shot at a franchise or something. Please, give this man a franchise or something. I bet he will kick ass in it. I also really loved Omar Sy here and Diop. This is my first time actually seeing her in a movie. Besides, I think something else. I haven't seen Titans, but I heard the show was good to mix this. I liked her. Teyana Taylor, I like her. She's very good in this. Caleb McLaughlin, is great to see him do something outside Stranger Things. He's great. James McAvoy is good. Benedict Cumberbatch was great. I liked David Oyelowo. Some of the rest of this cast is actually pretty good in this. So I do like a lot of the cast members in this. I also really enjoy Cyler. I loved him ever since Power Rangers 2017. I did like the fact in that movie they made him autistic as Billy. So I connected with him because autistic people, they do know a lot of things, how to fix things and such. So I like that. I do like the pace of this movie for the most part, and it kept my interest with this. What I don't like in the movie, I do feel like there are some cast members in this movie that does get heavily underutilized, and I feel like they should have had a little bit more to do in terms of what their purpose is when it comes to the story, what their purpose is in terms of what you're doing and what they can play with. I do feel like there could have been a lot more there. I also felt like this movie goes on for at least 10 minutes too long. I think there is a point in the movie where I feel like this could have been in under 2 hours and 6 minutes or something. But for the most part, the pace was good. Just maybe some parts in the beginning and a few moments in the middle you could have taken out, or just sped up a little well just to make it more interesting here. So, like I said, some creative liberties and some of the comedy doesn't always work. And if you are someone who is a part of the religion thing or something, this is not going to work for you. Because some creative liberties they do take here to make it more of an entertaining side of things. But for me, I could get past it and I can enjoy it. But some of it isn't the best. So obviously that issue is going to stick pretty heavily into this. So obviously, yeah, I definitely can understand some people with that. But overall, I will say The Book of Clarence is a good enough movie. It's not doing the best of luck right now, so if you do get to see this, see it while you can, because this movie, it only made $5.2 million, and while it is taking something we know, which is the Bible, and making it into something different, I can appreciate the fact that it was trying to do something a little bit more different, a little more out there. So definitely not for everyone. You definitely have to know what you're getting yourself into. But if you can look past some of the issues, I think you might enjoy this for what it is. So I'll say this, know what you're getting yourself into, but I think you will enjoy it for the most part.
Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.